We have got our cozy fall drinks. Is it weird when Annica drinks around you?
Let's be so for real here.
What are some actual helpful tips to feel better about your body image?
I was just like on edge.
How did you get to a good place with co-parenting? Are we really getting a podcast? Should we just get like this?
Just real close and cozy and personal.
Let's try to make the same face and see how much we can get to look alike. It's freaky.
It's Freaky Friday.
It's Freaky Friday. Hello everyone and welcome back to a cozy Q&A. We have got our cozy fall drinks. What's yours?
Pumpkin spice latte.
Mine's a pumpkin matcha, except for it's hot, except for I cannot do that. So
There was nothing I could do.
Yeah, we had to just, we don't.
We accepted the
I can
fate.
pour it over ice.
We accepted
Like,
the fate
fine.
and it was fine.
So we went back by the house and I grabbed some ice. So we will be transferring her over later. Don't you worry. Okay, this is a fun one. We know you guys love these the most. We know you guys love these the most. This is ultimately one of the reasons we knew for sure that you guys really genuinely did for sure want a podcast, because these
type of videos are literally podcasts in a video, and it's the favorites.
It is.
So that's the podcast. It's just giving you that in audio form.
We're just going to ease our way into it. So we do have some updates coming on that. But for now, let's get into our first question.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll start with this one. Is it weird for you when Annica drinks around you? I'm gonna say no, because I was one of those girls that like I did not drink in high school. Like I also just like already had a kid, so like I was terrified of like not only like getting in trouble, but like I just couldn't risk anything happening to her. So I didn't drink really until I got to college, and then I got to college and didn't know how to drink, and
Which could be just as messy
drinking
in high school.
So I feel like I knew when she was going into high school that like if she gets invited, like when she starts getting invited to these little parties, that like inevitably stuff happens. Like I have to get to a point where I'm okay and like I can be the person that she's safe to call, so it's hard. That still is one of the things that we like talk about as a parent. For me, was like very difficult, because even though you want your child to like have these experiences, it doesn't make it any easier.
And you definitely were there if I needed to call you.
Yeah, but like now you don't, because you got that kind of out of your system, and because she just like grew up going to like pre-games and like I say that jokingly, but she's been to more college parties than like any of her friends have, because she's been
and I'm just I have no interest.
So that's not, I'm very, 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 very thankful of that, because like I said, I got to college, and then especially those weekends that I didn't have her, I was like, ah! And I'm just, that would be so scary. That would be so scary as a parent.
Yeah,
so,
I can imagine that.
Yeah, but with that said, her drinking in Mexico and her drinking in Italy,
I didn't even
like
really
legal...
drink in Mexico. Let's be so for real here.
Yeah, I mean, you did it on your birthday.
But I didn't ever feel anything but stone cold sober.
Yeah.
Ever.
Italy, I looked over at Shannon's wedding and I said, who is she? Who is she?
That was different.
No, but I mean, like,
oh my god, it was so fun.
I didn't have any problem with that either, because I was just like, when are you ever gonna be 18 in Italy,
and we were
in
so
a cave?
Safe.
More than half the people in that club were like, and then you were in our section, so like I knew where we were safe, and like the hotel was literally up the stairs.
You walked up 150 stairs, but let me tell you, by the time I got up those stairs, sober. Oh my god, it was me and Jolie and Bella. We were going up those stairs. Oh my god.
So would you say that that's like the most drunk you've ever been?
No. No.
Okay, well, I was just so happy that she was like getting to experience that, because like 18-year-old Jennica would have been literally, she wouldn't have been able to handle that.
Thank goodness I had some drinking.
Right.
Experience, because
I wouldn't have wanted that to be
if I would have done anything embarrassing in Italy, I would have never forgiven myself.
Yeah.
I would have never forgiven myself.
So it was not easy letting her go to those high school parties, but I guess it was like part of it.
And
but I don't feel bad. Yeah, I feel so much more confident now. Please tell me it wasn't blurred for long. I don't think it's blurry anymore, but I think it might have been when you went up there.
Okay.
Fingers crossed, guys. Sorry. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I do love, though, I will say, I do like that she doesn't love to.
No, I'm
not a rager.
No, I'm not gonna illegally drink in the U.S. Like I'm.
Yeah, you're not gonna go out of your way to find. Like you did it because it was like for the
high school fun. It was for
like,
the plot.
Well, I mean, in Italy and in Mexico, like you did that because it was you're on vacation and it's legal.
It's Italy. Like why would we not? Why would I not have a limoncello?
Right. But it does make me feel good that you're not like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go out of my way anymore in the U.S.
It does kind of that she can't go to comedy clubs.
Or just like, even if we go to like a Preds game and then go to Broadway after, I can't even get in these places.
Yeah, so.
Because I'm 18. So that's a little bit annoying, but like.
You'll be fine.
I don't want to.
You gotta go through it.
Okay, the next one is when you guys getting matching tattoos, and what is it gonna be? I think I found the place that I want to go to.
Well,
I think
did you tell them about Italy? I
almost did it in Italy. So I really
we kind of just ran out of time.
And if I would have found a place.
Yeah, like, we did ask locals and people were like.
If I would have found one place, I would have done it.
But we were close.
But I was really, and not when I was drinking.
She has a couple. Yeah, she has a couple that she wants to get like all together,
today.
And then there's one that we're gonna like get to. There's several that we want to get together. What do you think our first one? Let's decide right now what it's gonna be.
I'm
where it's gonna get the and sign.
I'm gonna get the and sign and the LOML the same day.
Right.
And I think I found the place in Nashville I want to go to.
Okay.
All the TikToks where I showed you.
Yes, love her. Let's try to make appointments. Maybe that'll be a Vlogmas. Okay, maybe we'll do that for Vlogmas.
Yeah, she's great. All of her fine line is super good.
Okay, so where are you gonna get your and symbol?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
Pinkies?
Then I get two hand tattoos at the same day. They supposedly hurt really, really bad. Really? So I don't know.
Okay, wait, so maybe we need your help. This one didn't hurt at all. Like I have a sun back here and it didn't hurt at all.
I want to be able to see it though.
My wrist really hurt.
Yeah, so I'm not doing the wrist.
This one I genuinely didn't even feel.
But I want to be able to see it.
Okay, so maybe we do need their help.
A little bit of help for that one.
Let us know. So she doesn't want wrist since I already have one on my wrist. She wants something that's like.
I don't want wrist, finger, or behind the ear.
You really don't want finger?
I can't do two finger ones in the same day. And I really don't want
like ankle or anything. Do you?
No.
No. What's wrong with like wrist? What about like hand?
Wait, I could do like right here, but apparently that hurts really bad.
Yeah, that's cute. A little side.
Because then like if we're holding this, you'd be able to see it.
Yeah. We could do little ends.
Yeah,
here,
yeah, that's my top contender right now.
Okay, y'all give us some feedback. The next one is, what is your editing platform?
This is not an Annica
Well, we can talk about vertical stuff too. So for YouTube, we use Final Cut Pro. I will say, this was such a hard thing for me to figure out when I did not have a MacBook. I did not have access to a MacBook until well into our YouTube career, and so I was editing off Chromebooks.
Oh, she would get so mad. I would know if it was editing time. Do not
It's just a process. It's just so much more of a process. I mean, I feel like it got easier with Drive, but it was pretty rough, and I used a program called WeVideo. It was like also like $9.99 a month or something, so I did have to pay for it, but it was the only thing I could figure out like to use on a not MacBook. Now we do use Final Cut Pro. It is $300, but you pay that once and then it's done. Like I paid for it two computers ago, and you can like transfer it. I think I can put it on one more like device at the same time, but it has to, and you are on my family plan, so maybe we can, but when she needs to edit on her stuff, she uses iMovie.
I use iMovie because I just do like quick little things. If there's something that I need to tweak or something, I just need to go in super fast. And then I'd say I spend more time editing verticals than I do YouTube wise, and I used to use InShot.
Yeah,
that's
we both
what
used to use
forever. And then I switched over to CapCut because actually Samantha said if you export from CapCut to TikTok, because they're like family, they promote it a little bit more, and I honestly feel like it does work. So I just did switch over for that, and I end up really liking it. You can do all kinds of cool things with CapCut, and
it's
then
very user-friendly.
So user-friendly, and I honestly ended up liking it more than InShot. Like it feels more like an actual editing rather than just like.
Sorry guys, don't mind me, I'm making my matcha.
So yeah, I ended up
very user-friendly.
It's very user-friendly. I ended up really liking it. It stores all the stuff that you import once to be able to use for everything. You can export it right to TikTok, and the quality doesn't go down. You don't lose it in your like albums. It's great. I love it. So I use CapCut on my phone, and I have downloaded it on my computer as well for verticals.
Perfect. Next up, what are some actual helpful tips to feel better about your body image? Great question. Okay. I feel like a thing that really, really helped me is figuring out what clothes I liked to wear with my body style. Like, I knew where I liked to enunciate and I knew where I like didn't want to show. And so I feel like in the dressing rooms even, or when I went shopping, I didn't even look at things that I knew were
not the style that you like the best.
Right. Or if I knew for sure, like, okay, I'm not going to want to show my arms for this. Like, I'm not even going to look at anything but flowy short sleeve or long sleeve stuff.
There was an era I remember, like, you loved t-shirt dresses.
Oh, I loved a t-shirt dress.
Loved a t-shirt dress.
But I felt confident in them, and I was able to style them. I figured out how to style them the way that I felt good in them. You know,
probably 45 you had. It was
especially during
you had summer ones, you had fall ones, you had winter. Like, I was like,
I love a t-shirt dress.
Every time she picked me up from school, I remember seeing her in a t-shirt dress.
Yeah,
like, I feel like when I think of mom's outfit, that's what I think of.
I did also feel like, because I've
even
always
the vibe you give today is giving t-shirt dress.
This is, yeah, it's very much sweater dress.
It's like it's giving.
Well, again, I've always kind of like liked my legs.
Yeah.
More than my arms. I don't not like my arms, but if I'm gonna pick one to show, like, usually I'm gonna go legs, because I just like don't even think about them. And so I will kind of choose a baggy or something up here
so
to
cute.
just,
it's so you.
yeah,
it's your style.
Legs. So I definitely feel like finding the things about yourself that you do like, focus on those and trying to make things work.
Yeah. I would say what I've struggled with the most is like just my bigger chest, because I order something online and I love it online and then I get it in and I'm like, huh? And it's because the model had size A boobs and I have not that. So it just looks different on everyone.
Even when people have like big BCs even, they just like, don't look the same when you have like a bigger chest.
And then if I have to wear a bra with it, like what kind of, it's just a lot. And so I have to find, when I'm looking or shopping online, I have to find someone in it that has my size chest, because I know that that's what's probably going to be the focus point of my issue. So if I see it on someone with a bigger chest, I'll know kind of what I like on it and all that kind of stuff.
Most websites have the option to go straight down to the reviews, filter your size, look at pictures only, so you can see girls that look similar to you in the
I never buy anything based off the model picture.
Right.
That's my biggest struggle, and so that's what I do to try to navigate. The next one is, what was different than expected in Italy?
I feel like I will say,
I expected, like, I was working so much leading up to it, like, my brain didn't turn on. Like, I didn't imagine us walking there. Like, I honestly didn't even.
You were just like, whatever happens,
like, I honestly wasn't convinced we were going to be there until the moment, not even we got to Italy, we got to the Airbnb. Like, I was not, I didn't watch any video. Like, usually I'm such on watching videos and, like, looking at TikToks. It was just
such a, like, how is this even happening? And then I think that we were both like that.
And I didn't have any expectations.
Yeah. I will say it was so much easier to get around than I thought it would be. Like, like, we're not talking about steps. Like, obviously there's so many steps in Positano specifically, but transportation wise,
like, they had it figured out.
Communication wise, like, there was always somebody that could understand enough English, because you got to remember that, like, the USA is not the only country that speaks English. There's like UK and Australia, like, there's other places too. So, and they know that these places kind of are like tourist places. So, like, we had no problems at hotels. We had no problem with.
One thing I loved about Italy was, like, even in, like, even New York or something, there's people that are always trying to scam you, like, always.
Or
and
just, like,
I never felt like, when we sent our bags down to the port,
never thought about them again,
left them there for anyone to take,
and then they're just right there when you, like,
I mean, you could unzip my backpack and take my computer.
People didn't want your
panicked the first time. Like, honestly, I was like, you sent our bags down to the port unattended.
Now, obviously, we were aware of our surroundings as we were, but we found ourselves being almost too, like,
we were like, okay, we need to calm down. They're not trying to scam us.
It's just fine. It was fine.
Like, they know that if they help you,
and maybe in more like the more touristy, even in Italy, like Rome and stuff, it's a different story. But where we were, it was literally fine.
I was like, okay, we're being a little bit too on edge right now.
Yeah, mine would be transportation. How much just easier, and I will say, cost wise, because I guess we live in a touristy place in the US too, like, the plane ticket was the most expensive part. So, like, that, if you're wondering, look at where you're going, or look at where you live to where you want to go, and kind of start getting the gist there, because that was the most expensive part. But otherwise, like, we never had a random $80 Uber, because the most anybody ever charged was $40. Or euros,
which I was so confused, especially from going to what's
pesos.
The pesos to dollar never understood it, and it's quite different. So I couldn't get the euros, and I was just stressed the whole time, especially from the whole swimsuit saga. I was just like on edge the whole time.
I felt like I did kind of understand currency a little bit better. I'm glad that we could use our debit cards though. That was nice.
I did realize I get charged every time we did that though.
Yeah, but only like a couple cents.
It was like 15 cents.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that, so know that.
Okay, next one is, how did you get to a good place with co-parenting? I did not.
No, I never.
Unfortunately, I never did. Now, it is what it is, and that's okay. That's okay. I tried, but at some point, you just have to realize that I'm just doing whatever's best for Annica, and sometimes that is just having two separate households, and that's okay.
I learned very quickly on that it was never gonna be like a mutual, great hugging off when dropping off between both of you.
Yeah.
So I knew it was what was best, and I rolled with it. Like, it was normal to me.
It was
never an issue.
Right.
We always handled things
It was
fine.
always two separate, like, I think from the very beginning. I think we had one birthday party that was even joined, but from then on, like, everything was separate. They had a birthday party for her, we had a birthday party for her. Like, it was separate.
It was what it was.
Unfortunately, but at the end of the day, it really is just, I'm there to do what's best for Annica, so that's what I tried to do. So I say all that to say, it is truly okay if you are in a situation where there's not a light at the end of the tunnel. There's not other than like 18 or 18th birthday, that's okay. You just have to get to a point where your child does not see any negativity. Your child doesn't sees as minimal as possible, because let's be honest, it is their life that you're trying to get along for.
We see more than you think we do.
Yeah, they always see more than that you think you do. But it was hard for me because I had a situation where my parents never were together, but also like always got along, and it was like always friends.
Loved each other.
Yeah, genuinely always. My dad was always so not like they always got along. So it was a learning experience for me too, because I was like, wait, not everybody's getting along. What's going? What's the problem? But truly, everyone's co-parenting situation is so unique to them, and I truly believe as long as you're just doing what's best for the child, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. The next one is a little hard for us right now, because this is, right now is the answer, but it is. I've never been to New York and want to go so bad. What is the best season/time to go?
Get there right now. No, for real though,
No, it breaks.
Holidays for sure. And they start getting stuff up like right after Thanksgiving. They do.
But
the fall too is
like
so
third week of October.
No, but I would say if you're going for the first time,
go
during December. It's so cliche. It looks like a movie.
It's a little bit colder. Like if you
Everything
don't know the
feels
ropes,
like New
it's like.
York.
But we were there 2 years ago today when we drove for the first time, and I just remember like it was perfect weather. I wore a big old sweater and biker shorts. We walked everywhere. The air was crisp.
Was that Gerardo's hot girl walk? Yeah, we did that.
Oh, it was the first time I met Anna.
Oh my gosh, it was the first time you met Anna. Yeah. Oh, that was such a good trip.
We just we stayed in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
and we were able to bridge and
walk around because the weather was so great.
I was still in high school.
You were still in high school?
That's tragic. We could have stayed longer if I wasn't. It's just like right now is crispy.
Yeah. And I would say if you don't really care about going during the holidays,
go to second week of October.
Yeah. Yep. And now you got a full year to save.
Now we have to go to the Thanksgiving parade.
No, yeah, we want to go to the Macy's Thanksgiving parade sometimes.
That would be so fun.
We did have lots of questions about New York and when's our next trip. And we unfortunately,
TBD.
We won't be going to New York for Vlogmas this year.
I just have to work.
We have to work, but we chose to do Cabo in Italy this year. Italy was just a once in a lifetime experience. Even if we get to go like by ourselves one day, like we'll never get to go like that. So like that was priority for us. So our travel funds have been spent this year.
And travel days have been used.
So we're not going, which I thought that would be a tradition forever, but it's okay. Oh.
That's when it tells us we need to
wrap it up.
But no, we got a couple more questions.
So we're not going. But unless any brands want to send us, then you got a hotel you want us to yeah, we got. Okay, this one says, election day feelings. It's been weighing on me and I'm super scared, TBH. Politics are different than they've ever been before. I will say. I mean, they are different than they've ever been before. But what I will say,
when it has it on your face, I think I'm blurry.
Should we just get like this?
Just real close and cozy and personal.
What I will say is I am so very, very, very excited. I'll literally get emotional. I'm so excited to be voting with my daughter.
Where do I vote?
What?
Where do I vote?
Where?
Yeah.
It's on your voter registration card.
Where's that at?
There's different places for everybody. But I mean, we'll be the same one.
But will it be mailed to me?
No, we'll probably do it in person because. Do you want the experience? We can do it. But I figured we'd go and get the sticker and do the whole
where's
shebang.
my voter registration?
Is it not at home in the thing? I think it's right beside mine.
Did it come in the mail?
Yes, I handed it to you and I said congratulations.
I never realized. Whoopsies.
Yeah, we used to go vote across the interstate over there, and we'll line up and we'll go in there and we'll cast our vote and
get a sticker.
I think it also is important to kind of pick because you're not going to agree with any candidate on anything locally, nationally. You're not going to agree with any candidate on everything. You're not trying to date them, okay?
And you still wouldn't agree.
And you still wouldn't agree. But I would say pick your top 3 to 5 things that you truly care the most about. For me, it's healthcare, and for me, it's women's rights. Those are the 2 things that I feel so that I just know a lot about, and I've put a lot of time, and of course I've tried to educate myself about everything, but those are really the things that I've put a lot of time and effort in. And affect me the most, yeah. And don't be afraid to take little quizzes to see like which way you should lean. Look at the people around you, look at your local elections. Those matter just as much, and just vote, please. Just vote. Just vote, get registered. There's still time in most states, so just get registered to vote.
And also, if you're a college student, make sure that you're either registered in your college town or you go back home, because I know a lot of girls that work with me that are registered at home, but they're going to be in college, so they have to make the trek back because they didn't register in where they go to college.
You can do mail-in.
So do that, or make sure you know whatever's
best for you.
Yep. Okay, the next one is, what parts of you are like Lorelai and Rory, and what do you differ on? LOL. There's not much that we differ on besides.
I will say, I differ a lot with Lorelai in the like men department. Like she has boyfriend.
I differ a lot from Rory in the school department.
But I feel like you're just as passionate about working.
I'm just as passionate about working as I am about school. Like, I always tell people whenever I'm working and they ask me if I'm going to college, my response is always, you either love going to school and you love studying and you love that, or you love being in the work field. And I love being in the work field just as much as Rory likes going to school. So it's like one and the same kind of ish. Other than that, we're very similar.
Yeah, I mean, it is crazy. Like, from the moment that we watched the first episode together when you were like 10.
Is this play about us?
Is this fucking play about us?
I remember because we had just gone, I think we might have even told this story before, but I'd just gone through surprising her with Taylor Swift tickets. It was the first time that we were ever going to go to 1989 together. I mean, I think you literally were like 10 or 11.
We can't talk about this without me crying. So like,
so fun. She was just gifted those tickets, and like a couple of days later, we started the Gilmore Girls, and it was the episode about Lorelai like running around trying to figure out how Rory had gotten into Chilton, and she had to figure out how she was going to afford it.
And my mom surprised me with those Taylor Swift tickets. She did not have the tickets.
Yeah,
maybe preface.
I was still saving up for those tickets. And at the end of that episode, Annica looked at me and like didn't say anything about the episode and said, "Thank you so much for getting the Taylor Swift tickets for me." And I was like,
yeah,
it was like the first time that she had seen
the back end,
like what was going on with me. And then there were so many things that Rory, oh my god, look at us getting choked up about the Gilmore Girls. There were so many things that Rory went through that
allowed me more insight.
Yes. And so, and even like the situations that aren't the same, like with their families, there's just enough similarities.
There's just enough similarities to be like, oh,
I have to be in a good, like a positive place to watch the Gilmore Girls, because it really is like, is this fucking play about us?
Yeah. For real. The next one is, does Annica have any tips on online schooling? I literally talk about this all the time to anyone who will listen. There's nothing I think I will ever do better for myself than make the decision to go online. Like, going online wasn't a thing, like, big when I did it.
Yeah.
Like, it was 2 years-ish, 1-ish years after COVID, and it wasn't, like, a big thing. Everyone was excited to go back to school. We'd been in quarantine, and I was dreading going back to school. I was like, what do you mean I've had all this free time and I've not been bullied this whole time and now I have to go back to school? What do you mean?
I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm
laughing because it's true.
She started begging to go online like when she was even in middle school, and I said, no, you're gonna have high school. Y'all know this. Y'all were there. Y'all were there with us.
So my first advice is, if you know it's best for you, you know it's best for you, and it seems scary being like away from everyone all day and like you feel like that's your only social interaction, but I promise it's not. Like,
but do you think that you working at Glamour and like you still being on the cheer squad for a year, like you think those things helped with
the cheer? Didn't, because that just
I think
it still involved me too much, but then I wasn't at school to, like, when people were talking about me, defend myself, and like Like that one didn't help me necessarily. Whereas glamour like fully changed me. But for online school, my best advice is if you think it's for you, do it. I've told people that so many times when they come into glamour saying that they get bullied at school all day. I always said I was there, like, and now look where I am. Like, I'm so happy, and I was so sad when I was in school.
So do you think, though, maybe for somebody that is online, like looking for a job specifically with people also their age?
If you feel like,
or do you think just focus on a job, like just...
If you feel like that's the one spot where you're like,
oh, that you can't,
school
I
was,
guess other people.
Where you feel like school was like the only thing that online school is not giving you is the social aspect. Find something in fashion retail, even little boutiques. Like it's such like little conversations like that make more of importance than mean conversations at school. So if that's one thing you're missing while going online, I recommend getting a good job if you can. And then also, I feel like even when I was online, no one knows how your program works except for you. So just take it at the pace that you need to take it. I feel like even you wanted me to like speed it up a little.
I think I wanted you to have more of a routine, and you were like, the whole point of this is like doing it as
when I need
can,
it.
And like the routine of it is as it's best for me.
So my best advice is A, do it if you know it's best for you, and B, you know your program and take it at the pace that you need it. Don't rush it, because if you do too much in one day, you're not going to want to do it for the next 3 days, and then you're going to feel behind. Like, just take it at the pace you know it's best for you. That's why you took the decision in the first place. And
good advice, girl.
If someone's being mean to you at school, be mean back.
No, stop there. That was the Gemini. Don't listen.
Don't listen to that.
Well, Annica just got invited to Sabrina Carpenter.
I might squeal.
Are you so excited? What are you gonna wear?
We got a dressing glamour.
Fun. Oh, I want to go. It's $1 million. Fun.
Slay!
I'm sorry that that's so fun, but she's
a
on my
sunroof.
I'm not a sunroof hater. It's for them. It was going all. The lighting is better like this.
Every time she drives my car, she closes the sunroof.
I get hot sometimes too. It's nice to
It's 46 degrees outside. It's 46 degrees outside.
It's not 40. It doesn't feel like 46, and you know
Let's see what it feels like.
53.
54. 8 degrees difference.
And what did I tell you yesterday? That 55 felt
is your perfect. So you should be a little chilly.
Well, I'm not. Anyway.
It's your sweater dress.
It is my sweater dress. It ain't cute. Okay. So, last question. This is a fun one. Let me see exactly how it was worded. Are we really getting a podcast? And when can we expect it? Of course. And we're getting the ball rolling. We will decide on a next. We're down to the last few. We'll talk about it in the next vlog. Maybe the next vlog we'll decide. It'll be donezo. It's decided. The thing is, it will be okay to change it.
Yeah,
so you can change it, but it'd just be better not to. And I feel like
we don't have a timeline.
It'll click.
Everything is just, we're allowing it to fall where it can. But we're rushing it. We're going through it. But we're not gonna do something we're not gonna be happy with.
Yeah.
And just to have it come out sooner, but it's not gonna be like forever.
I do feel like I want it to be in November.
Yeah.
So
leave it in that.
Yeah. Okay. I will say, y'all have been so helpful of everything that we've asked about the podcast so far. So if one other thing, if you have a certain day of the week that you like, this will be the first time that we're doing it something like every single
day, bro.
Weekly, like this is the day you got to do it. It's got to be out. It's got to be done.
Which will be great for us. I feel.
Yeah, let me know if there's like a day that you don't have a podcast that you listen to on your commute, or what you have open Wednesdays.
We can't do same day as Giggly Squad because we all have,
that's their day.
That's their day.
Yeah, that's
we need to respect
right?
them, and they need that would be best.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this Q&A,
and we will see you in the next one.
Love ya.
Bye.